Ayo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Folks, my name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that do not know, TTG is one of the fastest growing, highest rated premium online trading educational platforms and communities where we all share the same goal, and that is to learn, trade, and profit together. Folks, we are also 5-star rated on Trustpilot with nearly 1,300 reviews. I welcome, encourage, and invite all of you to go ahead right now and check out some of those reviews on Trustpilot. Folks, 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live for free right here on this YouTube channel where myself, other TTG Pro Trader moderators, and special guests drop golden nuggets that are going to help you to become a better and more profitable trader. If you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you have come to the right place. Take a moment, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys also share this stream on your own social media. We're live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Welcome everyone that's joining us on all of those different social media channels and networks. Why should any of you listen to a single thing that I have to say to you here tonight? And tonight's going to be a really educational and a really good one, a really good live stream that's going to really help you guys out in the long haul. But folks, I started my trading career working for a fund in New York City right out of college, 2007. Okay. In 2008, I went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards during the great housing market crisis, the Great Recession. But before any of that, before I was ever able to touch $1 of the fund's money, they put me through an intensive training program and curriculum. I had access to some of the top trading tools available on the market and was part of a like-minded community of people that were all looking for each other's success. All right. That is exactly what the TTG platform is based on. All right. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was taught by other professional traders. All right. So that's the same thing that I put together in a curriculum, and we made it all available to our TTG fam. Now, listen, guys, tonight we are going to start off this live stream with a 15 to 20 minute Q&A session. All right. We're going to be discussing today setting proper expectations as a trader. We're also going to be going over the number one thing that you can control, which is going to give you immediate power to help you to become a consistently profitable trader, and the importance of using this one thing, especially on red days, as red days happen to all of us, and learning how to survive, learn to thrive during those red days is what ensures that you will be successful for the long term. All right. So guys, tonight's live stream is all about risk management. But first, let's get things started with the Q&A. Start typing your questions right in chat. You've got me sitting right here, guys, ready to answer any and all of your trading related questions that you have right now. So do not be shy. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Go ahead and start typing your questions right in chat, and let's kick off that Q&A. Just finished the advanced course on the site and passed with flying colors. The education you get is unmatched, folks. Nice. Maestro Cam. Nice, man. I love it. Great job passing the advanced courses. That's where we really dive into like all the technical analysis. That's where we start talking about the different technical indicators that we use, the different setups that we trade. Nice job, man. Passed with flying colors. I love it. Great stuff. Cedric White, how do we get started? I'll get into memberships with you guys later on the live stream. I'll talk about memberships later on the live stream. All right, but I want to focus on the core of the stream right now, which is, you know, the content, the education, the information that we're going to be sharing with you guys to help make you better traders. And then later in the live stream, we'll talk about memberships. Can you explain what is a SPY? Juan, the SPY is an ETF that tracks the S&P 500. Okay, it's an ETF that tracks the S&P 500. It's basically a way for you to be able to buy and sell the S&P 500 instead of actually owning individual stocks that are within the S&P 500. And the S&P 500 is basically 500 of the biggest companies in the United States. Is GE really about to make a big move? I don't think so. I don't think GE is about to make a big move. There's a lot of resistance there in front of 15. We failed to get through 15. I think it might be more likely that GE goes back to like 11 or 12 than I think it makes like some kind of huge rally type of move. There's a lot of resistance around 14, 15 bucks. And I really don't see, I'll pull up a chart real quick for you guys just so you can see what I'm looking at. So here's GE. Here's a chart of GE. I'll draw the resistance line for you guys here. So here you have it. So here's your $14 to $15 resistance level. Okay. So if you guys go back here to early 2018, you'll see that resistance. And then we've come up to test this area again in early 2021. And then we came up to test this area again and we got denied again. And then we kind of just rolled back down until, so I think it's more likely that GE falls down to this region than it is we break through 15 and rally up to 20. All right, so that's why I don't really, I'm not really looking for a big move in GE. Yes, I have. Something that I've noticed actually, guys, lately is that a lot of these stocks are making after hours moves. Like a lot of these stocks are making, the short squeezes are happening after hours. Let me pull up a chart. So Wish is a really slow mover. It had a nice move intraday and then climbed a little bit higher here after hours. This really has my attention, especially with the volume that this thing traded today. Today was a massive volume day for Wish. A massive volume day for Wish. Wish has resistance at 15. Okay, here you have it. Here's your resistance, like 15 to 15.50. There's your resistance. You'll see here we had previous support in March. There's your previous support in March. We broke beneath that. We then bounced back in the end of April and it became resistance. We then tested it in early June and it became resistance. And now we are making another push attempt to get up there and test that $15 resistance. This is going to be a really tough level for Wish. Best case scenario would be a gap above this level instead of trying to trade through it. Trying to trade through it is going to be more difficult than if you gap above it. So you also have the 100-day moving average that's sitting right on top too at 1592. Each day that passes, that 100-day moving average is going to come down in price. So you're going to get closer to 15 on that 100-day moving average. All right, you'll get closer to that level on the 100-day moving average, but that's a key level of resistance there for Wish. The volume that came into this stock today is a very good sign. Okay, it's a very good sign with the amount of volume that came in on this breakout day today. If the stock's going to break through that 15, you're going to need to see more volume like that. You're going to want to see 250, 300 million share days on Wish if we're going to break through that resistance level. But I think that that's pretty bullish action, what we're seeing, what we saw from Wish today. The NASDAQ is up again tomorrow. I do actually. I think the NASDAQ leads the way tomorrow. I think you might get a little bit of weakness in the Dow and the S&P, but I think tech might kind of lead the way tomorrow. Not by much. I think tomorrow could kind of be a day where we push above today's highs and then just kind of like, take a little bit of a breather where we might push through today's highs and then take a breather. I don't expect like this huge rally tomorrow like we saw today. Oh, Marcin, nice, man. Yeah, guys, Marcin is a TC member. He and I had a one-on-one today. I just finished up just not too long ago before I came on this live stream. So guys, we do we do one-on-ones with a lot of our members in True Trading Group. This is a time for you to just have a one-on-one call with any one of the moderators that you choose. And this is where we get to go over all of your own trading. We get to review, your style, your trading, your entries, your exits, your stop losses, talk about where we can improve your trading, any psychological hurdles that you're dealing with, and most importantly, figure out where we need to make adjustments in your trading so we can start to improve on the overall result. And those are what our one-on-ones are basically. And Marcin and I had a really great one here today. Marcin, glad to see you on the stream, brother. How do you get started in buying shares? How do you know what is the best? Just basically, how do you get started? Cedric, you get educated, man. Cedric, you get educated. The best way to get started is to actually get educated. It's not just opening up an account. It's not just opening up an account, throwing a bunch of money into it, buying a stock, and closing your eyes. You would never get behind the controls of an airplane to get started, right? What would you do if you wanted to learn how to fly a plane? Would you just get behind the stick of a plane and try to take off, or would you go to flight school and would you learn? And would you fly on a simulator, which is fake flying, so you don't kill yourself? Why is trading any different? Okay, if you guys want to get started trading, same thing. You got to get educated. You got to get some courses, get some lessons, get the education. Go to school, right? Just like you would go to flight school. You go to TTG school. You learn. You go through the coursework. Then you trade on the simulator with fake money so you don't kill yourself, just like you would fly on a simulator before you actually get behind the stick of an airplane. Same thing with trading. That's how you get started. I'll talk to you guys about memberships later on in the stream. What's the difference between swing trading and day trading? Okay, so swing trading means you're going to buy a stock today, you're going to sell it tomorrow or any day thereafter. That's a swing trade. A day trade means you're going to buy a stock today and you're going to sell it today. That's a day trade. What are my thoughts on Torchlight? Again, this is another example of a stock that just had a huge short squeeze after hours. I'll pull up the chart. It's since had a big pullback, but this thing went nuts after hours. I'll pull up a chart for you guys real quick. So here you have it. Torchlight went from 975 all the way to 1175 after hours, and then has since pulled all the way back to 950 and now sits at 1065. So really, really, really volatile action after hours on Torchlight. This thing is up in no man's land. There are no levels of resistance that we have in sight here for Torchlight. Okay, the only levels that you have now is your current all-time high, which sits at 1088. 1088 is your all-time high on Torchlight. Okay, 1088. We went all the way up to 11. What's the actual after hours high? 1171 is your after hours high, but your all-time highs are put in place during market hours, not after hours. So your all-time high is still 1088. We are beneath that. Look to see what happens tomorrow. I think the stock is in a short squeeze mode right now after the big move that it had last week. We are up into no man's land, folks. There is no more resistance levels in sight. We broke through that 675 resistance level. I talked about Torchlight on the live stream yesterday. Told you guys to look for this stock to continue higher if we can get over 675. And I was looking for the gap up over 675, but today's gap up was huge. It took a huge chunk of the trade away from me. I really was hoping the stock would gap above to 7, 8, and then I can be a buyer there in the 7s. This thing just gapped all the way up to 950, was just trading at $10 for the whole day. And then after hours, you got this move higher. Then after hours, you get this big move higher. So we got to see what happens. This is a huge move for this stock, guys. Just literally 5 days ago, this is a $3 stock. The stock is now trading up at 1050. So the stock is extremely extended. If anyone was long Torchlight, you should have been taking some profit off the table today, holding on to some of the position if you guys think that this thing continues higher. But tomorrow, this will be firmly on my watch list. I will look to see if $10 can become an area of support for us, and then see if the stock can continue higher tomorrow. How do you know where to buy on the right price? Man, that's way too open-ended of a question. You know, to talk about entry prices, I would have to be, you know, to talk about entry points on specific stocks. I can talk to you guys for hours just on that alone. First thing you got to do, Marco, you've got to understand, man, you've got to be able to identify patterns and setups first. The first thing that you're going to be able to do is identify patterns and setups. Once you start identifying patterns and setups in your trading or by looking at a chart, then you'll be able to say, okay, this is my buying zone and these are my take profit zones. So, but you're not going to be able to do that if you don't know what you're looking at when you're looking at a chart. So you first have to go through all the courses. You've got to understand what chart setups look like. You got to understand, okay, based on this chart setup, where's my entry point on this chart setup? Because every chart setup is going to have different buying zones. Okay, so there's a lot of other factors that go into this, different technical indicators that we use, you know, volume increasing versus volume decreasing at certain points during the formation of that pattern. All of this might sound foreign to you or it might seem like it's over your head, but believe me, guys, you know, once you guys go through the courses, you'll be able to pick this stuff up just like that. What would you say are some of the biggest mistakes traders make when trading options? The biggest mistake traders make when trading options is, without any question of a doubt, miscalculating the actual risk they have on the trade. A lot of traders do not realize how much risk they're actually taking by trading options because they are not factoring in the time decay that comes along with trading options. So they get themselves into an option, then all of a sudden they realize they have too much position size, and then they end up taking a much larger loss than they initially expected or anticipated. That's the biggest mistake that traders make when it comes to trading options. They also trade an option that is out of their league. And when I say out of their league, I simply mean out of their risk threshold. I'll give you an example. If you were going to trade an option in Tesla, okay, the cheapest option that you're going to find is going to be a relevant option. Let's say that option costs you, it's trading at $24 a contract. If the Tesla option is trading at $24 a contract, if you bought one contract, it would cost you $2,400 to enter that trade. Okay. So in order to calculate how much it's going to cost you to buy one contract, you've got to multiply the price of the contract times 100. So if the contract is $24 a contract, it'll cost you $2,400 to buy one. Okay. Now, if you're someone that, let's say, is only comfortable risking $100 on a trade or $200 on a trade, you're never going to be able to enter the option in Tesla, because one contract, you can't buy less than one contract. One contract would cost you $2,400. It's absolutely impossible for you to put $2,400 into a Tesla option and only lose $100 if you're wrong. Absolutely impossible. The contract is going to move a lot more than that. Okay, you might buy it at $24. It might go all the way down to $18, $19. You're going to lose a hell of a lot more than $100 or $200. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that traders make when it comes to trading options. They do not understand the risk they're actually taking on the trade, which is why I recommend every single person, before you start trading options, everybody loves options because they offer you tremendous upside potential, much bigger upside than trading individual stocks. But that much bigger upside also comes with much bigger downside. You're not going to, listen, you can buy a stock can go up 25, 30%, and the option could go up 200%. But if the stock goes down 5 or 10%, the option might go down 60%. So, you're looking at, yes, extra reward, but also extra risk. So I recommend that everybody, especially when they join True Trading Group, make sure you guys go through all the option courses first. Okay, watch all the video library videos on trading options. Make sure you guys understand options before you actually start trading them, and trade them on the simulator first. Like, practice on the simulator with fake money. Make the mistakes, because I assure you, you're going to make position size mistakes. I assure you, you're going to make position size mistakes. Trade on the simulator first. Get used to how options trade. They trade much differently than individual stocks. Thoughts on cybersecurity stocks? Jay Bird, I think cybersecurity is a promising sector. You know, I do. I think cybersecurity is going to be a sector. Like, so there's, you know, you have like the semiconductor sector. The semiconductor sector is a sector that I'm very bullish on, because I just think that when you're looking at these stocks, that these companies that make all these chips, these chip maker companies, every single aspect of technology in the world today needs some type of product like this. Okay, you're talking about cars, you're talking about computers, you're talking about online gaming, you're talking about all these different aspects of technology that require these semiconductor chips. That's not going to change. Demand and need for those type of products and those chips is only going to continue as technology continues to advance and it becomes bigger parts of our lives. Cybersecurity is going to, the demand and the need for cybersecurity is only going to increase with that, because as technology increases, or I should say advances, not increases, I should say advances and evolves, the hacking capabilities of people and networks out there are also going to continue to advance. And as more and more of our lives shift online, there's going to be more and more need for cybersecurity. I don't think that this is a theme that is, I don't think this is a fad. I think this is a trend that is here to stay. All right. So the entire cybersecurity sector, I think, is one that you can really start to diversify in a long-term portfolio. I think that the need is only going to get more and more of a need for cybersecurity, both on a private level of individual, but also obviously on a corporate level with these large corporations and some of these large data hacks that you've seen lately. Like, you just saw like 26 million Amazon, Facebook users just have their information hacked. And then obviously you had the Colonial Pipeline, which was the largest gas pipeline in the United States, that got hacked. Then you had the meat distributor, the largest meat distribution company, they got hacked. Then you had the largest mass transportation company, they got hacked. So, I don't think that's going to stop. I think it's actually going to get worse. What is an ideal volume for a strong stock? That's all relative to the individual stock itself. There's no number. It's not like, okay, 5 million shares, that's strong. Nope. It all depends on the individual stock. All right. 500,000 shares could be strong volume for one stock. It could be absolutely nothing for another. Okay. You're talking about a 500,000 share candle on a $300 stock. That's a hell of a lot of volume. Okay. But a 500,000 share candle on a 60-cent stock is nothing. So it's not about the number, like one number to say, hey, lot UFO, you've 5 million shares, that's it, that's strong volume. It's all relative to the individual stock that it's trading. So you got to look at how many shares does the stock normally trade on any given day, what's its 30-day average, and then you look at the volume that's coming into the stock while it's actually trading. So if you're looking at like a breakout through highs of the day, you say, okay, well, what's the biggest volume the stock's ever traded throughout the course of the day? And you look to see if the candle on the break through the high is heavier. It's all about relative volume more so than it is an individual number. You want to see that the volume is increasing compared to previous action, rather than you just say, oh, I need 1 million shares or not, because that's not necessarily always the right way to do it. Can you explain why yesterday's high is such an important level of support? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure why any indicator or any level of support is a level of support. It's a level of support because everybody says it is. It's supply and demand. It's widely accepted and considered that the previous high of the day is an area of resistance. Until you get above it, then it can potentially become an area of support. Just like it's common acceptance that the 38.2 Fibonacci level could be an area of support. Just like it's common, that the 200-day moving average on the daily chart could be an area of support. Technical analysis in itself is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Support levels hold, because everyone sees the support level. So everyone wants to buy at the support level, which then therefore increases the strength of the support level. A lot of technical analysis, a lot of it is self-fulfilling. So, I'm not really sure why you can say the previous day's high is a good level of support. Maybe you can say, anyone that was short the prior day, they like to set stop losses at the high. So if you gap above the high and you pull back to it, maybe those shorts try to cover in front of that high. Buyers look to get themselves in on those pullbacks. It's just, it's more of a self-fulfilling prophecy than some type of mathematical equation or scientific reason why that prior high becomes support sometimes after it breaks above it. Mike, when small caps are weak and will not be your focus, how do you go about searching for the mid cap and large cap stocks in play? Well, Taj, we have on our Trade Ideas scanner that's included free with your membership. You actually have a section for mid caps and a section for large caps in our scanner. So it'll show you what are the mid caps that have unusual volume, what are your top mid caps that are your top gainers for mid caps, what are your top large caps, what large caps have unusual volume, what large caps are your top gainers on the day. So use that Trade Ideas scanner. It's not just there for small caps, it's there for mid caps and large caps as well. I'll also be paying attention to any stocks that are in the news. If there's any individual sectors, that are in the news, you're going to want to go and take a look at some of the stocks that are trading within those sectors themselves. That's kind of really how I go about looking at mid and large cap stocks. When trading, do you focus on major supports or micro supports? Also, same applicable to resistance. Both. Can't just focus on just one. You got to focus on both. So I just don't call them micro supports. I don't call them micro supports. I call them, like a major or minor. Same thing. Major level, minor level. The major levels are the ones that I think have a much greater chance of holding and could potentially be areas where the trend can reverse, versus or I just said micro because you said micro. Versus minor levels of support or micro levels of support, same thing, are levels that I can set as profit targets. Okay, these are potential areas of resistance that I think the stock has enough power to get through. So like if I buy a stock, let's say at $10, and I say my profit targets are 11, 12.50, and 14. Well, 14 might be the major level of resistance that I think might reverse the trend. And 11 and 12.50 might be minor levels of resistance that are potential resistance areas. So I do want to take some profit off the table when those areas are reached, but I think the stock has enough juice to break through them. So it's important that you use and you focus on both minor and major support and resistance levels. You don't just ignore one or the other. How far back to go to identify good level of support and resistance? Adrian, as far back as you have to. Oh, I'm sorry. Adnan. So I thought I said Adrian. Adnan, as far back as you have to. Okay. You go as far back as you have to until you find levels that are relevant to the current price. Now, that could be 2 days ago, or that can be 15 years ago. You go back as far as you have to until you find levels that are relevant to the current price. Now, if a stock is trading at $10 and there's a resistance level at 50, that's not relevant to the current price. Don't worry about it. Okay, but you go back as far left as you have to until you find support and resistance levels that are relevant to the current price of that stock. That could be 1 week, it could be 10 years. Okay, just because you go back 10 years does not make that level any less significant. Time does not make a level less significant. In fact, it probably makes it even more significant, especially if it's tested multiple times over that time period. Okay, so you go back as far as you have to. How do you collect small amounts of profit from long positions? Grosher, I teach something called the tier trading strategy. The tier trading strategy is actually designed to help you stay in winning trades longer and help you keep losing trades small. So by taking profit in tiers, you'll be taking pieces of your position off as the stock moves higher and as it reaches your profit targets. And that's when, you know, you're going to want to be taking those pieces off. It's like I teach my members like at least a 3-tier system. So you'll have 3 profit targets. You'll take 25% of your position off at profit target 1, 50% at profit target 2, and 25% at profit target 3. All right. So that's just, you know, but, you know, you can play around with those tiers. Sometimes you can set, you know, 4 profit targets and break up that last piece into 2 different, you know, chunks. But, you know, I identify multiple profit targets, and I think that you should never enter a trade. Okay. You should never enter a trade without knowing at least 4 things: your stop loss, your first take profit, your second take profit, and your third take profit. I think you need to know those 4 levels before you ever pull the trigger on a trade. Any thoughts on gold and crude? Yeah, I'm bullish on both. Bullish on both. Ali Reza. So in December 2020, I did a live stream and I gave my number 1 sector pick for 2021. And it was energy. And energy meaning good old fashioned energy, oil. Some of the stocks that I had bought were Occidental Petroleum, ticker symbol OXY, Chevron, CVX. We talked about Marathon. OKE is another company that I own. Now you're talking about, I'm up, you know, over 100% on these positions from the time that I bought them in 2020, because I was very bullish on oil. I still remain very bullish on oil. Oil, crude actually had a huge day today. You're talking about WTI was at like $73 a barrel, I think, last time I checked earlier today. I didn't see where we closed, but I'm pretty sure we were up in the low 70s. JP Morgan, was it JP Morgan or Bank of America? I think it was JP Morgan. Today said that they think that by 2022 that they could actually see oil topping out at over $100 a barrel before eventually pulling back in and settling like in the mid 60s. I don't think that crude is done. I think crude is still going to go higher. We're still not really fully opened yet from a global standpoint. We're not fully open yet. So I think you can still see the price of oil continue to rise. And then gold, as we get into, you know, inflationary environment, if inflation does run hot and it's not transitory, then gold will perform quite well over the next 1 to 2 years, or maybe even longer, 1 to 3 years, really. If inflation turns out that it's not transitory, and if it is a more sustained issue, then gold will also do well. But gold is going to be a lot more tied to that inflation concern. Oil, I think oil can continue to go higher regardless. Thoughts on the WKHS pennant? Looks like it's holding well. And how do you feel watching the SPY rocket above the 50-day? Do you believe in it? Okay. I'm not really gung-ho about WKHS at all. I'll pull up this chart for you guys. I'm not a big believer on WKHS. The chart, I don't think this chart looks good at all. I think there's a major resistance level here in the high teens that the stock has been unable to get itself above. Volume is dying off. I know this is like a social media darling. Everyone's talking about high short position. Well, guess what, folks? I said last year that I thought a lot of these EV players were going to go completely out of business. And the first one that looks like it actually might happen is Ride. Lordstown Motors, I think, is in some serious shit. And it's very possible that Lordstown Motors could be the first company, one of the first EV companies to actually go bankrupt. All right. And I see like all these other companies like Workhorse, Ride, and Solo, and LI, all these other companies. I don't know which ones are going to be the ones that fail and which ones are going to be the ones that survive. But I think a hell of a lot more of these companies are going to fail than actually go on to become major players in the auto space. I think far more of these companies are going to go bankrupt than are actually going to make it and become like a Tesla. Okay. I'm not a big believer. Like, okay, Ride, I don't like Ride at all. I really don't like Ride at all. I don't like what happened with their management team. They actually still don't have a CEO. Insiders in the company, they actually just sold millions of dollars in stock before they reported their earnings. Like, I just think they had like some BS like factory day today that they opened up to the media where they let reporters come in and actually take a tour of their facility. What? In my opinion, they're trying to do damage control, and they're trying to like stay afloat as long as they can. They're going to need to raise more money. Who's going to give it to them? That's going to be the question. Is there somebody out there that's willing to give this company money? I don't know. I really don't. I do not know. But they're going to need more cash. Believe me, they're going to need more cash. And all these other companies are too. Workhorse, I don't know, guys. I'm not bullish on any of these names. I'm really not. And I was crucified for this last year. Last year when these stocks were going absolutely bonkers, I was like, guys, sell these stocks. I'm telling you, like, I do not think that all of these companies are going to make it. There's just not enough of a market for it. There's not enough cars sold in the world for 10 new car brands in the world. There's just not. Like everyone's like, oh, but electric vehicles, there's only like 4% of the cars on the road are electric vehicles. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Even if 100% of the cars on the road were electric vehicles, let's fast forward 50 years. And let's say 100% of the cars on the road are electric vehicles. What do you think? Volkswagen, Porsche, BMW, Mercedes, Honda, you think they're just going to go away? Ford, Chevy, they're just you know what? We're not going to make electric vehicles. No. These companies are still selling electric cars too. There is simply not enough of a market to have 10 new EV brands on the market and for them to be able to sell enough cars to actually be a profitable business. There's just not enough of a market for it. I'm telling you, I think like 80% of these companies are going to go bankrupt. I think that many of them are going to fail. I think it's going to be a very similar situation to what you saw with like the marijuana stocks. There used to be like 200 or 300 marijuana stocks back in like 2016 to 2018. You know how many of those companies completely failed and went bankrupt? You look at the internet boom, hundreds of internet companies. You want to know how many of them actually made it? 10%. About 10% of the .com companies are still around today. I think that's what you're going to have happen with a lot of these EV stocks. And I'm not willing to sit here and say, I think this one's going to make it and this one's not, which is why I am more heavily invested in infrastructure. Like I own ChargePoint, CHPT. Okay. I own ChargePoint. I also own Tesla. If I'm going to own an EV maker, I want to own the best, and that's Tesla. And I want to own battery technology companies. I own QS, high risk, high reward investment play. But I'd rather high risk, high reward, something like QS that's got battery tech than high risk, high reward, something like a Lordstown Motors. That's my personal opinion, guys. You know, my personal opinion. Tough love tonight. Tough love tonight. I know, but yeah, I just, I'm not, and I know everyone's like, oh, Workhorse has a big short position, and everyone is so obsessed with stocks that have a big short position right now because, what happened with AMC and GameStop, and it's like all they talk about on social media is like, oh, the stock has a heavy short position, let's buy it. Guys, most of the time when a stock has a heavy short position, it's for damn good reason. It's for a good reason. AMC, GameStop, those are anomalies. Those are not normal courses of action with stocks that have heavy short interest. But a lot of these inexperienced traders, they think that a high short percentage means this is a good long. That's not the way to trade. That's not the way to invest either. So I'm not a huge fan of Workhorse. If it gets through $18, $19, like from $18 to $20 is major resistance for Workhorse. Major resistance to Workhorse. If it gets over that, I'll take a look. I'm not interested in this stock until it gets over that level. Nice. What's the best way to buy gold?
I got you, dog. A jewelry store. A jewelry store is the best way to buy gold. I swear I saw this guy, John Lawrence, write this comment or this question like 10 times so far. I wanted to put it just so that you could put jewelry store because I thought it was funny.
I mean, yeah, you could buy gold at a jewelry store. Right? But John Lawrence, you can buy the GLD.
Sweep the leg.
You can buy the GLD, which is an ETF that tracks gold. You can buy some of the gold mining companies. There's gold futures. You can also buy physical gold bullion. You can go online. There's a lot of different services out there where you can actually buy like actual bricks of solid gold and put them in a safe. There's a lot of different, it just depends on what you want to do. There's a lot of different ways you can own gold or you can get exposure to gold. So it really just depends on your, like, are you talking about like, you want to actually buy physical gold? If you want to actually buy physical gold, there are services that you can buy like actual gold bullion and gold bricks, or gold coins. There are services out there that you can buy that are like have the mint coins, where you can actually own physical gold. Okay. You can own like an ounce of gold, or you can get a brick of gold, whatever it is. Okay. However much you want to buy, you could do that and put it in a safe or put in a safe deposit box in the bank. Adam's having fun tonight, guys. Adam's having fun tonight. But if you're talking about the actual, like, how can you buy it in the markets? You got GC for futures. You've got GLD, which is an ETF that you can buy. Well, you can buy some of the gold miners like Newmont Mining, Barrick Gold, are a couple of gold mining companies that you can look towards as well. All right, guys. Okay, so that just about wraps it up there for our Q&A. Guys, I got to tell you some really great questions tonight. Time flew by. We're already 45 minutes into this live, which is crazy. But you guys asked some really great questions. But a lot of the questions do make me think we got a lot of new people on here and that are not TC members. So let's actually see. Type the number 1 in chat right now if this is your first time on the live stream or you are not a member of True Trading Group. Go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now. Princeps Investment, Huo Lee, Bionic, Brian Feeney, Jesse Ford, Calzone, Drit, Brady Lucero, Wakar John, Ikurak 2, Sam E, Darren Yessen, Ali Reza, Tiffany Bowman, Stop Playing, Ravnil Singh, Sandy Dollar, Bruck Tate, Green Cupcake, Wayne, Carl Malign, Jimmy Miller. Numeric says, do you guys give real-time trade alerts with subscription? I need to know before I subscribe. Numeric, brother, I do you way better than giving you real-time trade alerts. I come on the microphone and I tell you I'm going to buy the stock before I actually buy it. And then once my trade actually executes, you get a push notification that pops up in chat to alert you that my trade has actually executed. Okay. And that same thing goes for all the other moderators. It's not just me calling out trades in chat. All of our moderators do so. And you don't have to be in chat physically to get the alerts. We do have a mobile app that all of our members can download on iPhone or Android that actually will send you real-time push notifications through the mobile app whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade. All right, so good. We have a lot of ones coming through on the screen right now. Beautiful. Welcome, guys. Everyone that typed in number 1, welcome. Seriously, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, that 1-year membership, I see that there's a couple people, not just Numerics. There's a couple of other people that are asking about the membership. So let me just touch upon that very briefly. Guys, the membership to True Trading Group, it's normally $2,212 for the year. But up until midnight Pacific tonight, you can actually save 41% and pay just $1,284. When you use the coupon code TTG121, Adam was able to grab 20 more laptops. So the next 20 people that use coupon code TTG121 will be getting a brand new laptop. It's either going to be an Asus or Lenovo laptop. Okay. We even cover the shipping and we do ship globally. All right. So you guys can use TTG121 coupon code. You'll be paying it comes out to just over $100 a month. You pay $12.84. Guys, and you'll get a free laptop. The first 20 people to use that coupon code will get a free laptop. That price goes up at midnight tonight. All right, guys, there's no upsells in TTG. There's no add-ons. All right, you pay one price. You get access to every single thing that we have for like the Netflix of trading communities. You're going to get a professional 17-course curriculum. It's got beginner and advanced courses, option courses, swing trading, crypto, trader psychology. It's all in text and video format, whichever is easier for you guys to learn. You get our Benzinga Pro real-time news feed right inside a chat, gives you breaking to the second news alerts. You get Quote Media's full book level 2 to give you all the market maker depth with options data. You get Trading Views Pro Plus charting software. It's one of the most commonly used charting softwares today. You get a trade simulator to let you trade stocks and options with fake money where you practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. You get access to our chat room where we all share our screen. We're talking to you on the microphone. We're sending out real-time alerts. You can private message any of the mods, ask questions. We're currently sporting about an 83% win rate between all the moderators. And we're there for the whole day, guys. We're not just gone after 2 hours. All right. We do live workshops, live webinars every week. We do one-on-one mentor sessions. We do small private study groups. We've got our small account challenge that starts up in a couple weeks. That's going to have $100,000 in real cash prizes. And we do a lot of giveaways with our membership. We have a lot of fun with our members. Whenever we get 300 new members, we give away a Tesla or 30 grand cash. It's up to the winner, cash for the car. It's totally up to them. All you have to do is be a member of True Trading Group, and you'll be able to be included in that giveaway, folks. All right. So again, just use coupon code TTG121. You actually have to enter the code and click apply code to get the discount. And then you'll see on the screen right now, you see how the laptop is in your checkout cart. If you're one of the 20 people because the first 20 get a free laptop. So if you're one of the 20, that laptop will be in your checkout. If you get to the checkout and the laptop's not there, that means that 20 laptops have all sold out. So the first 20 people to use that coupon code will be getting a brand new free laptop. All right. They're not going to last, guys. These laptops fly pretty quickly. So you actually have to enter that code. All right. And then, guys, we also have a money back guarantee. Anyone that is interested in that coupon code. All right. Anyone that signs up with that coupon code, if you don't make back your membership fee, which is $1,284 tonight, if you don't make that back at least once during your membership after completing all the courses, passing the quizzes at the end of the courses, and attending one private study group. That's it. Do those 3 things. You do those 3 things, and if you don't make back your membership fee at least once, I'll give you a full refund, folks. That's how confident I am in the education that we provide at True Trading Group. That's how confident I am in myself and the moderators' trading abilities and mentorship abilities to get you on your way to becoming a consistently profitable trader and achieving your goals. That if you don't do it, we'll give you a full refund. All right? Everything I'm saying to you is right there on the website, folks. Use coupon code TTG121. Get that discount and lock in that brand new laptop for yourself. All right. Okay, there we have it. Now let's get into kind of the lessons of the night here, folks. I told you tonight's lesson was going to be all about risk management. We're going to talk a lot about the mental aspect of trading here. But first, like, what does it mean to become a trader? What does it mean to become a trader? What is realistic? What's really actually possible when it comes to being a trader? Should you expect millions overnight when you sign up to True Trading Group? Should you think that you're going to join True Trading Group, you're never, ever going to lose money ever again, you're just going to become a millionaire and you're going to quit your job next month? No. Okay? And becoming a successful trader takes time. It is not easy. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to sign up to TTG and you're just going to become, a millionaire in a month. You've got to be willing to put in a little bit of time, energy, and effort, folks. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You've got to be willing to put in the work to learn a new skill. That's what you're doing. You're learning a new skill. Just like learning any other skill, like we talked about before, about flying a plane. I'd say that's a pretty serious skill that you're going to learn. It takes time to learn how to fly a plane. You're not just going to, within 1 or 2 classes, you're all of a sudden, how to land a 777. Not realistic. Okay? It takes time. Just like learning any other skill. You want to become a really good baker? Well, guess what? Your first cake and cupcakes, they're going to suck. It's going to take time for you guys to become a good baker. No matter what it is that you're doing, it's going to take time for you to excel at that new skill. Trading's no different. Go through the training, get yourself an education. Stop thinking this is a get-rich-quick scheme, because it's not. But it's worth it. The earnings potential you have as a trader is unlimited. There is no cap. The better that you get, okay, the better that you get as a trader, the more money you can make. Now, let's compare that to my sister. My sister's an English teacher, high school English teacher. She's a fantastic teacher. Has some of the best grades for her students. Have some of the best grades in the for the grade that she teaches. Okay, for that specific topic. She's a high school English teacher. But she could be the best English teacher in the country. She'll never make 300 grand in a year, ever. Never. She'll never make that. Okay? Ever. Doesn't matter how good she is of a teacher. See, that's where becoming a trader is different. You want to make 50 grand a year? Okay. 100, 200, 500, a million? Why not? The better you get, the more money you can make. And as you become successful, you want to continue to push yourself. You always want to continue to grow. You always want to continue to get better, continue to get bigger, continue to make more money, because there is no limit to your upside. There isn't. You hear about these people that made, $4 million on GameStop. It's possible. It's possible. But that's never possible with, let's say, being a teacher. Very big common misconception, too, is people think that they can't do this if they work a full-time job. It's not true. You absolutely can make money in the markets working a full-time job. It's all about different trading styles and different trading strategies. A lot of people don't realize that there's different types of trading. There's different styles. There's different strategies. That's why TTG is so great, because it's not just me, guys. There's 8 other moderators that are calling out trades that each specialize in different types of trading styles and strategies. So there's something literally for everybody in TTG. Sometimes people, they sign up to a service and they just follow one trader and they lose a bunch of money and they feel like, this trading thing's not for me. Well, maybe that trader style is not for you. Maybe you sign up and you follow someone that's a scalper that gets in and out within seconds. Well, maybe that works for that person. Maybe that person's really good and really successful at it, but maybe that's not what works for you. Maybe you're more of a swing trader. Maybe you're more of, you like to trade mid caps or large caps because they're a little bit of a slower mover. There's less momentum trading and more pattern and sentiment trading. Maybe you're better at that. There's so many different types of trading and so many different styles that a big part of why so many traders fail and they quit so early on is because they never actually figured out what their trader identity is. I've had endless one-on-ones with my members that they started off, they signed up to one service that they saw online. As soon as they went on YouTube, they found the service that was all over the place. They signed up and they tried to follow this person. They're like, it just doesn't work for me. And all of a sudden, and they're trying to trade these real fast moving small caps. Then all of a sudden they come to TTG, they learn a different type of trading style. And it turns out that they're actually a really good swing trader trading options on large caps, where they went from maybe that person lost $20,000 in a year trying to day trade small caps. And it turns out they actually end up making $40,000 the next year swing trading large cap options. It might not be that it's not necessarily you're a bad trader, guys, or that you can't do this. It just might be that you haven't found the style that works for you yet. That's why it's so important, I think, when you're going to be part of a trading group like TTG, it's not just me. There's 8 other traders. We all have a different style, and different members relate to different moderators based on the style that they're more comfortable with. And a lot of going through your growth as a trader is figuring out your trader identity. A lot of the one-on-ones that I do with members is figuring out trader identity. What type of trader are you? And it's a combination of your personality and your personality traits, but also combined with your lifestyle. Okay, are you working a full-time job? Are you a construction worker and you're jackhammering, asphalt on the side of the highway at 12 o'clock in the afternoon? Well, then it's going to be really difficult for you to day trade small caps then. Are you a surgeon and you're performing surgery at 10 o'clock in the morning and you're in an operating room for 4 or 5 hours? Well, guess what? You're going to have a really difficult time day trading. That doesn't mean you can't participate in the markets. Guys, watch this. My TTG family members, right now, how many of you are making money with True Trading Group while working a full-time job? Type the letter I in chat right now and let me know what's your profession. Sound off, type in chat right now, guys, if you are making money with True Trading Group while working a full-time job. Type the letter I and tell me what's your profession. Now, anyone that's on here that has a full-time job that thinks like, hey, I don't know if this is something that works for me, pay attention to the comments that are coming through chat right now. Okay, paramedic, construction, janitor. Yo, Julio Mata, what's up, man? Porsche sales, yes. Adam knows Julio Mata very, very well. Jimmy, a Marine overseas. Jimmy, my man. Jimmy Benson, bro. I love you, brother. You're trading awesome, phenomenal, and thank you for your service.
Is that what Julio does? He sells Porsches?
Yes. We got a window tinter. We've got locomotive engineer. We've got a carpenter, project manager, a high school teacher, engineer, nurse practitioner, software developer. Arnold Gonzalez is day trading while climbing trees and cutting them down. Jay Rowe works for the state government. All right, you guys get the point. All right, you see all these TG members that are commenting right now. Okay, you get all these people that are commenting right now, guys. These are TGG members that are making money while working a full-time job. It's all about figuring out what style works for you and trading when you can, not when you want. Thomas Barty's a truck driver, a senior accountant for Dunia, commission sales for JC3, a builder for Mike. Scratch this, is a male gigolo, killing it. He can day trade during the day because most of his work is at night. So he day trades.
SPC Rob is a theta farmer.
Okay.
I liked it. Anyway, I'm done now. I liked it.
All right. All right. So there you have it, folks. So like you can be a full-time, you can still trade and make money in the markets while working a full-time job. It's all about finding different styles that work for you and finding your trader identity. And that's a lot of what I do when I help members with in TTG. Another big common misconception is that you need tens of thousands of dollars to start trading. You don't, man. You don't. So many of our members started with less than $1,000 in their account. Watch. Guys, now my TTG members, how many of you started with less than $1,000 in your account? Sound off in chat. Tell me how much you started with. If you started with less than $1,000, type it right in chat right now. Tell me how much you started with. My boy Chris started with $500. Chris is actually at work right now watching the live stream. Josh Martin started with $300. Roger, $500. Lloyd, $200. Jeff, $800. Girl, $200. Diane Fig, $100. Peekaboo, $900. Powell, $750. November Ball, $900. Miss Tiny Trader, $500. Thomas Colton, $100. CFL Stingers, not a member, but had just started with $1,600. Lynn Wright, $500. All right, you guys see all these comments coming through chat. LJ Green, $500. You're seeing these are TT members, folks, telling you how much they started with. You do not need tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, you don't need tens of thousands of dollars in order to get yourself started. All right, you just simply don't. Mustache Dave added $100 per paycheck until he hit $1,000, and then he doubled that through trading. Alan Albert started with $300. See, it's not, you don't need tens of thousands of dollars, guys, to get yourself started, and you don't have to be trading full time. Those are the two main points I wanted you guys to realize by me asking those two questions. All right. Now let's talk a little bit about risk management. Okay, let's talk a little bit about, oh God, JM, of course people lose. Losing's part of trading, bro. Losing's part of trading. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about that later on in this live, but JM, of course people lose. Losing's part of trading. It's part of the game, folks. You're going to have red days. You're going to have green days. You're going to have winning trades. You're going to have losing trades. But understanding how to control the losing trades, how to control the red days is what can help you be consistent in the long haul. All right. A lot of the stuff we're going to talk about today is going to be about risk management. Guys, the number one thing that you can control and how that gives you great power over the markets and how that can help you become a consistently profitable trader is controlling your downside. A very famous quote that my TGG family members have all gotten very used to is a quote that I have taken from my mentor. And that is, successful traders are more concerned with how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are obsessed with how much they're going to make if they're right. Write that down, because truer words have never been spoken. Okay, truer words have never been spoken. That's the power that you have as a trader. The power you have as a trader is to know exactly how much money you're going to lose if you're wrong. You can't control how much you're going to make if you're right. You don't know how much follow through you're going to get. You don't know what resistance level is going to hold and which one's going to break. You buy a stock at 10, it might go to 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 25, 35. You never know how far it's going to go. You've got your profit targets. When it reaches your profit targets, you take profit. If it keeps going, so what? Okay, you can't control how much you're going to make on a winning trade. You can't. But what you can control is how much you're going to lose on a losing trade. That you have 100% complete control over. You need to be able to maintain consistency in your losses. Your losing trades should all be relatively the same. So you've got to figure out, this is risk management, guys, 101. Really pay close attention. You need to figure out what's a dollar amount that you're okay risking per trade. What is that amount? What's that dollar amount? Is it $100? Is it $200? Is it $500? Is it $1,000? Is it $2,000? Whatever that number is your number. It doesn't matter anybody else's number is, it's your number. What are you okay losing if you're wrong on a trade? Whatever that number is, you've got to make sure that you lose that amount every single time that you're wrong. If I was to plot all of your trades on a graph, and I made little green dots for all of your winning trades and little red dots for all of your losing trades, when you take a step back, that chart should look like a mountain range with a valley or a river underneath, because your wins are going to be all over the place. Let's say your risk tolerance is $500 per trade, meaning if you get stopped out, you're okay if you lose $500. You're comfortable with that. So that's your risk. Okay. So you're going to adjust your position size every time you enter a trade. You're going to say, here's my entry. Where's my stop loss need to be based on the chart pattern, meaning what support level, if broken, is the setup no more. I'm going to set my stop loss beneath that support level. And you're going to figure out, okay, if I buy the stock here and I stop out here, how many shares do I have to buy so that if I'm wrong, I lose $500? And every trade you enter, you adjust your position size. So if you get stopped out, you lose $500. That's proper risk management. So now if we got stopped out on a trade, Devontae, welcome to the family. Guys, 19 laptops left. Everyone give a big warm welcome to Devontae. Now, if we were to plot all your trades on a chart, let's say you risk 500. Your winning trades should be as follows: 720, 580, 890, 1100, 1250, 276, 615, 34, 318, 270, 500, 726, 1127, 891, 926. Your wins should be all over the place. Why? Because sometimes the stock is only going to get to profit target 1. Other times it's only going to get to profit target 2. And other times it's going to get to profit target 3. And other times you're going to hold on to a small piece and it's going to even go further, and you're going to get to like a profit target 4, 5, 6R type of trade, and it's going to be an absolute monster home run. But other times you might only get to profit target number 1, and stock pulls back and you stop out, break even on the rest, and you only walk away with like a $100 profit. You can't control how far the stock's going to go. You can't control then, therefore, how much you're going to make if you're right. But what you can control is how much you're going to lose if you're wrong. Because if you adjust your position size so that if you're wrong, you lose $500 per trade, okay, and you get stopped out, you should be losing around $500 on every trade. So the top of your chart looks like this, right? Green dots like this. The bottom of your chart, if we're plotting all of your trades, should look like this. So all your losses should look as follows: 512, 527, 492, 516, 535, 557, 571, 465, 487, 512, 506, 539, 547, 559, 562, 510, 503, 491, 476, 508. All your losses should be in line. That's why you get this river or this valley, and then your winning trades, you get all these big mountain ranges. That's what your P&L should look like if we plotted every trade on a chart. But what happens is that's not the way it works. How does it look for other traders? Traders that really struggle, it's the opposite. It's a flat line up top, and the bottom is the mountain range. Because sometimes they hold on to positions longer than they should. They get too much position size. They thought that they're really only comfortable risking 500, but they end up losing 1,300. They lose 2,000. And what happens when you lose $2,000 on one trade, but you're not making $2,000 when you're right? You're losing more money when you're wrong than you make when you're right. That's a problem. You're never going to be consistently profitable that way. Think about the math. The math of this. Forget about trading. Let's focus on the math. If you lose, because this is what happens with so many traders. One loss wipes out 3 winning trades. They make 500, 500, 500. They lose 1,800. You're back to negative. But you have a 75% win rate. Think about what this does to your win rate. Think about the pressure you're putting on yourself as a trader. You can make 4 trades, 3 winners, 1 loser. But if that 1 loser wipes out all 3 of those winners, well, guess what, folks? You're a 75% win rate trader and you're still not making money. Well, your win rate can only be so high. You can't have a 100% win rate. So now if you're telling me that you need to be 75% accurate just to break even, you're dead. You're dead. Because you're not good enough to be a 75% win rate trader yet. That takes time. So you're just going to lose money until you're a 75% win rate trader and then you're going to start breaking even? Guys, if you're a 75 win rate trader, you better be doing this full time. You're a full-time trader. You can quit your job if you're a 75% win rate trader. That's what you should be. Those are pro stats. Once you get up into the 70s, you're talking full-time professional trader statistics. But you can still make money if your win rate is in the 50s and 60s. You just have to make more when you're right than you lose when you're wrong. This is a serious risk management lesson, guys, that you need to get this part down. You want to make money consistently over the long haul, you got to figure this part of it out. You got to figure this part of it out. Now, I want to talk about red days. I want to talk about red days because everybody has them. Everybody has red days. I was red today. I had a red day today. I went after a couple things in the morning. Nothing worked out. And I sat there. I'm saying to myself, you know what, man? I'm taking my red day and I'm locking it up. Today was not a good day for me. But I had a big week last week. And today's just one day. I'm not going to let today get out of control. I'm not going to, I call it don't chase red days. Like if you're sitting on a manageable red day, don't turn it into a complete nuclear explosion. Take the red day. Lock it in. Don't fight it. Take it. It's part of trading. You're going to have red days. Accept it, but control it. If all we did was come on here and talk about how much money we make and how we never have a red day, we'd be completely lying to you. And anyone that refuses to talk about losses, be very wary of that person. Because losing is part of trading. You need to learn how to lose the right way. Becoming consistently profitable does not mean having a 100% win rate. A huge part of trading is knowing how to survive, learn how to thrive when you actually do have red days, for you can become consistently profitable over the long haul. Because what happens is traders, they have a red day and they're so upset that they're red that they try to fight that red day. They try to make it back and they make that red day worse. And by making that red day worse, you actually end up turning what could have been a green month into a red month. Because instead of you saying, you know what? I'm down $1,500 today. No big deal. Let me just lock it in. I'll come back. I'll make it back tomorrow. What do? You fight that $1,500. You try to make it back and you finish the day down $5,000. Now that $3,500 difference could be the difference between you being red or green at the end of the month. Stop being so fixated on today's P&L. Today's P&L means jack shit. Your P&L at the end of the month and the end of the year is what matters. There's on average 20 trading days in the month. Who cares about today? Worry about the 20. I had a big week last week. You think I want to come in on Monday and just give half of that week back? Hell no. I want to control myself and say, okay, you know what? I'm red today. I'm not feeling it today. I'm not trading well. I went after a couple of what I thought were good setups. They didn't pan out. So be it. It's going to happen. There's no setup that works 100% of the time. There's no indicators that work 100% of the time. Now that we know that, you know that you're going to have red trade. You're going to have red days, red trades. I make the analogy losing. It's like, trading is like football. And let me explain that analogy. When you sign up to play football, you do so wanting to score the touchdown, wanting to win the Super Bowl. But you also sign up knowing that in order for you to score the touchdown, guess what? You're also going to get hit. Because getting hit, it's part of football. You're going to break a bone. You're going to pull a hamstring. You might even tear a ligament. You might get a concussion. That's part of trading. Do you think any NFL player wants to break their bone? Do you think any NFL player wants to pull their hamstring or tear their ACL or get a concussion? Do you think anybody really wants that? course not. But it's part of the game. And if you want to score the touchdown, and if you want to win the Super Bowl, and you want to get that $20 million contract, well, you better learn how to get hit and get your ass back up. That's trading. You want to quit your job? You want to tell your boss to go F himself? You want to take your family on that special vacation? You better be ready to get hit and get your ass back up. But when you get hit, you got to make sure that you just hit a pothole and get a flat tire. Don't crash 100 miles an hour into a brick wall, because when you crash 100 miles an hour going into a brick wall, guess what? You can't get your ass back up from that. You can get your ass back up from a flat tire, change the tire, and keep driving to your destination. That's trading. But too many traders spiral out of control and they crash their car and they explode. You have to learn how to lose properly. You can't control the wins. You can control the losses. I tell people, set a max daily loss for yourself at 3 times your risk per trade. Now we just talked about before, how much are you willing to risk per trade? Let's say 500, right? If you're willing to risk $500 per trade, set a max daily loss for $1,500. Meaning, if you exit a trade during the day and you're down more than $1,500, that's it. You're done. Shut your computer off. Live to fight another day. Change the tire. Get back on the road and continue to your destination. You want to make sure that one bad day could be erased by one good day. Now, what's a good day? I don't know, 3 for 3, 3 for 4. Maybe you have your 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. I want to make sure that if I have a good day, I can erase what was a bad day. And if you set a max loss for 3 times your risk per trade, that ensures that. Because if you're risking 500 per trade, and now tomorrow comes and you go 2 for 2, well, guess what? Maybe one trade you made 750, and the other trade you made 700, and all of a sudden you made you're up 1450 on the day, and yesterday you lost 1520. Guess what? You're back. You erased yesterday's loss. But what you can't have happen is you're only willing to risk $500 per trade, but you end up losing $5,000 in one day. You can't let that happen, because now it's not going to take you one good day to make that money back. It's not going to take you 2 good days to make that money back. It's going to take you 3 good days to make that money back. Well, now we're right back to where we started, with being a 75% win rate trader and you're break even. There's only 20 trading days in a month on average. 4 weeks, 5 trading days in a week, 20 days on average. Sometimes you have more than 20. Okay, but on average, right? But if one red day cancels out 3 green days, how are you going to be consistently profitable? There's not enough days in a month. This is what I did today. Today I said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to take this loss. I'm going to lock this in. I'm going to come back. I'm going to look to fight another day. I'm going to go right back tomorrow. I'm going to chop some heads off. I'm going to make this money back tomorrow, because this is a manageable red day. I'm not dead. This is a manageable red day. If I come back tomorrow and I go 3 for 3, I made all the money I lost today. I made it all right back. If I go 3 for 4, maybe if I go 2 for 2 with 2 home runs, I make all the money back today that I lost. And I'm right back to where I started. But too many traders go on tilt. They don't know how to lose. They're not okay with losing. They're not okay with it. They can't accept it. They can't accept that they're red on the day, and they fight it and they fight it and they fight it. And being down 1,500 turns into being down $5,000. Stop being so obsessed with today's P&L and focus on this month's P&L. Think about that. If you made $5,000 last week and you come into the day today and you're down 1,500, don't look at it like, oh man, I'm down $1,500 today. Look at it, I'm up 3,500 for the month. Cool. Let's keep going. But too many traders don't look at it that way. They can't accept their down money. They fight it. They end up having a big red day and they wipe out. Now they're back to zero on the month. Okay? Major lesson I want you guys to focus on. It's important to control your emotions when you're trading, folks. Emotions have no business when it comes to trading. This is why in TTG we call ourselves sniper trading robots. You know, you want to try to remove emotions from trading as best you can. You want to try to remove emotions from trading as best you can. And listen, folks, believe me, I know. It's a lot easier said than done. Trust me, I know. Okay, I wasn't always an emotionless trader. I wasn't always emotionally disciplined like I am today. When I was younger in my career, I was a maniac when it came to trading. I was a maniac. You know, I'd have huge wins, but I'd also have huge losses. And I was a far better trader than what my P&L was showing because of that. That's when my mentor, who was my boss at the time when I was working at the fund in New York, my boss was my mentor. He's the one that told me that successful traders, okay, successful traders are the ones that are more concerned with how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. It's the struggling traders are the ones that are obsessed with how much they're going to make if they're right. Okay. So there you have it, folks. That's what it's all about. That's risk management. These are the lessons I wanted you to take away from the day today. That's what I want you guys to take away. Lucky Lady, that's awesome. Lucky Lady goes, woohoo, hey, Michael. I just hit PDT again today after being down almost 17,000 from trades in mid-February, March, and part of April. So I'm actually up $7,000 after joining TTG since mid-April. That's awesome. Lucky Lady, great job. Really great job. All right, guys. So there you have it. So like I said, I was red today. And I'm totally okay with being red today. And I'm totally okay with coming on this live stream like, guys, I lost money today. And I'm totally okay with that because that's what trading is. This is what trading is all about. You have to learn how to have red days. And I'm going to come back tomorrow and I'm going to get right back to it. I'm going to go after the exact same setups I like to go after. I'm not going to put pressure on myself to feel like, hey, I've got to make all this money back. I just want to be green tomorrow. That's it. I just want to be green. I'm just going to go after the setups just like I go after every other trade, just like I did last week. The same way I went after my trades last week, I'm going after the same stuff again here this week. And that's it. And if I have a good day, boom, I make it all back. That's it. All right? That's what it's all about, folks. I hope this was helpful. I really do, because this is a major part of trading that a lot of people don't talk about. And I think it's even more important than talking about how to make money on trades. It's more important to talk about how to properly lose on your losing trades. Not enough people talk about it. So I think it's important. Guys, what I want to know here right now is how many people on the live stream still that are not members of True Trading Group. Go ahead and type the letters TTG in chat right now if you are not a member of True Trading Group. Again, type TTG if you're not a member of True Trading Group. All right, we got RLBX, we got Brickfist Pow, we got Troy Brown, we got Bionic, Eric Pike, we've got Tech Chetri, we got Chris Taboo, Brian Feeney, Martin Apollo, Zacharias Prime, JT Tegger, Stephanie Slusaz, Patrick Gleason, Tiffany Bowman, Sam, Darren Yessen, Edwin, YOLO Everything, Martin Apollo, Nula Camille, Kashyap Atsib. Beautiful, guys. Awesome. All right, so all of you that are typing TTG in chat right now, for those of you that just typed TTG, I'm going to tell you guys, I talk very honestly in here in TTG. I don't sugarcoat anything. I shoot you guys straight. We're fully transparent. I tell you guys how it is. I don't blow smoke up your ass. In case you guys haven't realized that by this live stream, I just came on here and gave you a whole entire spiel about me being red today. Okay. I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell you guys exactly how it is. But whether the markets are up, down, left, right, center, folks, we are making money in True Trading Group, becoming better traders. And that is what this is all about. And if you guys don't believe me, okay, my TTG fam, sound off in chat right now. If you're making money and you're becoming a better trader because of True Trading Group, I want you to sound off in chat right now. If you are a member, you're making money and you're becoming a better trader because of TTG, sound off in chat right now. Go ahead, folks. Let them know. All of you that typed TTG, I want you to pay very close attention to the comments coming through on this side of the screen right here, because these are real TTG members that are telling you that they're making money and they're becoming better traders because of the education that they're receiving as a member of True Trading Group. Read them. Don't even listen to me anymore. Don't even listen to me anymore. Listen to the members. Listen to them. Look at all these comments. Yes, my TTG fam. Hell yeah. I love it. I love it. Look at all these comments. I love it. Love it. Hopefully you guys are reading some of these messages. Awesome. Now, guys, listen. It's also important for me to say, you know, although 80% of our members are successful, they're doing well, meaning they're making money and they're becoming better traders. But that means 20% of my members are still struggling. I told you, I always shoot you guys straight. But in TTG, we leave no trader behind. And that's why every month we hold red to green workshops where struggling members submit questions and topics that they need help with. And myself and other moderators, we go over all those topics in chat live. We record the session and we post it up in the video library for all of our members to see once it is over. I just had an ad pop up on my screen that totally just distracted the hell out of me. Okay. I know it's not possible for us to have a 100% success rate with my members. I know that. But that doesn't mean we can't try for 100% success rate. Guys, TGD, it's a business at the end of the day. It's a hell of a business, but it's only as good of a business as our family members are doing. That's why we got to get up every day and continue to earn the trust and support of our members. Yes, that means long after they pay their yearly all-inclusive fee. Welcome, Adam. Adam, welcome to the TGD fam. We got 18 laptops left.
Not me.
Not you, Adam. Different Adam.
Same name. Different.
So same, but different.
Well, different person. So there's what I've learned is that there's more than one.
There's more than one Adam in the world?
Yeah, it took me a while.
I didn't know that.
This was mind-blowing to me.
I was today years old when I found that out.
Yep. Yeah, it really is unbelievable. All right.
So there you go, folks. So yeah, like I said, man, it's only as good of a business as our members are doing. You know, that's why Adam and I and the rest of the mods, we get up every day, folks, and we got to continue to earn the trust and support of our members. That means long after they pay their membership fee, we don't take lightly the trust and responsibility that our members give us. You know, these are people's lives that we're talking about. That's why we work hard every day to continue to earn that trust and earn that support. So guys, listen, all of you that type TTG that are not members, no one's going to do the work that's needed for you to reach your goals. You have to be willing to put in the time, energy, and effort, but it all starts with getting the right education, having access to the right tools, being part of the right community. That's what True Trading Group is all about. Folks, a one-year membership normally would cost $2,212, but from now until midnight Pacific is your chance to save 41% and pay only $1,284 for the entire year. There's no upsells. You get access to everything we have. And the next 18 people to use the coupon code TTG121 will get a brand new free laptop included. We even cover shipping. And yes, we do ship globally. All right, guys, there's no upsells. Again, you get access to everything. As a member of TTG, you're getting access to the top premium trading tools and products because you bundle them together as part of your TTG membership. Included in your membership is Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, which gives you live breaking up to the second news alerts directly inside of our chat room. That gives you guys information and news before the rest of the crowd. In today's environment, guys, the trader that gets the news first wins. This is an invaluable service that me, my mods, and my members use on a daily basis. It's yours free with your membership. You also get access to quote streams, real-time level 1, real-time full book level 2, and options data. That comes with a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, where you practice implementing what you learned in the courses. You use it. It's yours free. You also get access to a trade ideas scanner that lets you see what are the best stocks for you to be trading during the day. What are your top gainers? What has unusual volume? What's making new highs? This will help you identify what are the best stocks for you to trade. Then you get access to our Trading View charting software. One of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders today, yours free. On top of that, guys, you're getting at least a minimum 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders sporting about an 83% win rate, and we are fully transparent in TTG. Okay, we are fully transparent in TTG. We keep a trading journal on our website that actually tracks every single buy and every single sell that all of our moderators make. Okay, so you can actually track all of our performance and see how you'd be doing had you been following along with all of these trades. You're also getting access to a small private study group with any one of our TTG mods to help ask questions and get help with lessons and topics that you need help with. Then we've got the curriculum, folks. This is a simplified version of the education I learned I received while working at the fund in New York. We've got beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, option courses, trader psychology, swing trading, crypto courses, you name it, we've got it all in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. Guys, there are no special VIP pro courses that cost more money. Every single course is included when you sign up with coupon code TGD121. I told you there's no upsells. Then on top of the courses, you got a video library with over 100 hours of educational video content. Like, these are recorded workshops and webinars like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO and have confidence pulling the trigger, just to name a few. This is on top of the courses, guys. There's a ton of information in this video library. Then you get access to our chat room where you can private message me and any of the other mods. Any questions that you guys have, we're there with you all day, every day, sharing our screen, calling out trades on the mic in real time. We're there with you the whole day, folks. Your next question should be, how or why do you offer all this for just $1,284? And I'm going to answer that question with another question. I want you to type the letter I in chat right now if you've been part of another trading group or promised the world only to feel like you were another $1,000 upsell away from reaching your goals. Type the letter I in chat right now if that has happened to you. With these letter I's. Look at all these letter I's, guys. This is why. So all these letter I's that are coming through chat right now, this is why we have our program set up this way. It shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't have to get part of the education, right? Like when you go to college, you don't get part of the textbook. You don't get part of the semester. You get the whole class. You get all the content. You get all the lessons, right? You don't have to, there's no VIP tuition that gives you access to special courses that have some kind of secret. That's such bullshit. That's why we do it this way, guys. We want to disrupt this entire industry. That's why we do it. But at the same time, you have to know your worth in life. And we know that all the tools that you guys get with the membership is worth way more than $12.84. That's why we are going to be moving the price of our membership up to $2,500, a lot sooner than you guys think. Our price of our membership is going to be going up by a couple of bucks every day until we work our price up to $2,500.
August.
So by August, we're looking at $2,500, guys.
Yeah, definitely. By I would say mid-August, it's going to be $2,500. Obviously we'll do sales. But it's never going to be 12 anything ever again. It just isn't. So, and look, we got a lot of people renewing right now that started with us when we were 990 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We have a 70% retention rate. So, and those people never paid an extra dollar for any of the new stuff that we got. So, welcome, Yazin. I didn't put it in the comments, but just Yazin, welcome.
Yazin, welcome to the fam. Everyone give Yazin a big warm welcome. That's 17 laptops left,
That's
folks.
YASIN.
Oh, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, guys, speaking of like the value and everything, guys, that Benzinga newsfeed, if you paid for that newsfeed on your own, it's going to cost you $1,188 a year. That's almost your entire membership. Literally. Like that's how crazy of a price point that our membership is at $12.84. That the Benzinga newsfeed would cost you $11.88 if you paid for it on your own. It's free with your membership. We've worked these deals out with these companies to offer it on our platform. You know, that's why we're moving the price of our membership up, because we as a company have to pay for all of these services so that we can put it on the platform, and then our members just have it included with their membership. That real-time level 1 and level 2 from Quote Media is $990 a year. The trade simulator is $750 a year, and TradingView charges $720 a year for their charts. Guys, just those 4 products right there would cost you $3,648 a year on your own if you paid for it. It's free with your membership. You pay just $12.84 and you get all those things. That's what I mean by the value at this price point is insane. You know, our price is going up by a couple of bucks every day, guys. THD helped me return the money I lost on these other junk programs. Amen to that. A lot of people like that, Bruce. You have a lot of members that really got burned with other groups, lost a bunch of money. They never got any help. They never learned anything. Yep. Yeah. I don't like, bashing people, but Tim Sykes and the Stocks to Trade team charge so much more for the extra. Yeah, exactly. We don't. Glad I was lucky enough to grab that lifetime. Yes, the lifetime memberships. We only have 3 weeks of lifetime membership left, guys. We only got 50 spots left for the lifetime membership. We only got 50 spots left, or 3 weeks. Whatever comes first. We have 3 weeks left of lifetime membership availability or 50 spots, whatever happens. Like, listen, if we get 50 new lifetime members in the next 1 week, that's it. We're taking a pause on the lifetime memberships. The lifetime memberships are very limited availability. You can't just buy them if you're not a member. They are reserved for members first. You have to be an annual member first, and then you can upgrade to a lifetime membership. And whatever you pay for your annual membership, it's credited towards the cost of the lifetime. So your cost to upgrade is the price of lifetime minus what you've already paid. So you don't get charged twice. Is essentially what I'm saying. But yeah, that lifetime is. I'm glad so many people have jumped on that lifetime membership. It's really awesome. All right, guys. So listen, our goal is to disrupt this entire industry. In order to do that, we got to provide insane value and results at a price substantially less than any of our so-called competitors. Chris and Michael, welcome to the THD family. That's 16 laptops left. Or is it 16? Or is it? No, it's 15. I think that's 15.
I don't do math.
Yeah, you don't do math very well. It's 15.
I also want to say that Bionic signed up. He was the gentleman that just typed in chat the thing about stocks to trade. And the whole chat, like, I don't know if the whole time, but I saw him participating quite a bit. And
he was participating quite a bit.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty cool that, just know that it's
he's selling. He just said he's selling shares of AMC to get the membership.
Well, we neither support that or have anything to say on that matter whatsoever. Shut the fuck up, Mike. All right, I don't want to get beat up by a bunch of apes. So just stop talking.
Welcome to the family, Bionic.
But I want to say, obviously you were, you had mentioned that you got burned, and it's, signing up for us. It's not something we take lightly. And, anyone that signs up tonight. If you have any questions or need anything, feel free to text this number. Did it go through? It didn't go through, did it? Of course not. Here. Actually. There you go. It's on the screen. Feel free to text the number 201-775-9702. That's my direct line. I'm the brains of the operation. He's the face. It's a pretty face. But seriously, if you need anything or you have trouble figuring something out, feel free to shoot me a text. If it's at 3 a.m, be prepared if you do wake me up for some weird replies. But that's it. So thanks.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Cool. Bionic, welcome to the family, brother. So I actually would like to know, guys, out of all my members that are on here, how many of you have made your membership fee back and how long did it take? Sound off in chat right now. Let me know how long it took for you guys to make back your membership fee. Took Republic of David 1 week. It took Celeste 3 weeks. Tanya 3 months. A couple weeks for Kevin Bernhardt. Jay Schmei did it in the first 2 weeks. Josh Martin 2 months. 3 weeks for Marcia Gomes. 3 weeks to make her lifetime membership. 2.5 weeks for JC3. Lifetime membership made it back in a month for Chris Rice. Diane Fig started with a really small account, a $100 account. She made her membership fee back in 4 months. That's incredible, Diane. I'm really proud of you. Roxanne, 3 weeks. Soccer Mom, 3 weeks. Not even 1 week for Matt Barrett. A week for Wow Rave. 1 mouse click for Mateo. 3 days for Thunder Guy. Chris, not yet. Chris, keep working on it, brother. We're here. 2 months for Skip Trades. 5 days for Julio Mata. He can buy himself another Porsche. You get that employee discount, Julio.
Yo, when I went real quick, Julio, I hope you're paying attention. Mike, you know when you got your brand new McLaren 720S that you don't like to talk about on the stream? Okay, well, I bought a brand new car from Julio as well. And when I came to go get the set of keys for my car, he made sure to tell me to give you a hat. And I was like, don't I get a hat?
That's the hat that I wear. That's the hat that I wear on the live stream. You guys see my McLaren hat? I got that from Julio. Julio Mata gave me that hat.
I had to ask for a hat. It's disgusting.
I got one.
Right. I'm just saying that's all. Bye-bye.
I hate when he brings that stuff up. I don't like talking about it. Yeah, guys. So there you have it, guys. Folks, listen. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot. Go check it out. Go read our Trustpilot reviews. We're 5-star rated. There's just nearly 1,300 people have written us a review on Trustpilot. I encourage and invite you guys to go read them. Okay, there's no better referral than that of your peers. Go read them. All right, go read them. All right, guys. And then remember, last but not least, folks, I'm offering you guys a money back guarantee. Okay, if you guys do not make this membership fee back, that's $1,284. If you don't make that back at least one time during your membership, after you've completed our courses, passed the quizzes, and attended one private study group, if you do those things and still don't make it back, I'll give you a full refund. That's how confident I am in our platform. I stand behind the education and program that we've created. I put my money where my mouth is. Everything I'm telling you is on the website. So what do you guys have to lose? Worst case scenario, you don't make it back. I send you your money back and you get a free laptop in the meantime. Best case scenario, you become a consistently profitable trader and you got a free laptop and you actually achieve your goals that you never thought were possible. Weigh the risk reward on that trade, folks. Weigh the risk reward on that trade. Remember, you have to actually enter the coupon code TGG121, click apply code to get the discount. The next 15 people to do so will get a brand new free laptop. Yes, we cover shipping and we do ship globally. You'll know that you are one of the laptop recipients if you get to your checkout and you see a laptop in your checkout cart. If you don't see a laptop, that means that we have sold out of the 15. You have until midnight Pacific tonight to use coupon code THD121 to lock in the 41% discount and pay only $12.84 for the entire year. No upsells ever. That price goes up at midnight. Okay, that price goes up at midnight.
Yo, real quick, I know you're on a roll. You're on such a hot streak, and I love it. Why are you looking down? You look upset.
I'm just waiting to see what you're going to say.
Okay, I actually, this is kind of cool. I want to prove real quick that we ship globally.
Okay.
Hang on, see if I can. Well, never mind. Never mind. That was stupid. I was going to show it, but it has somebody's personal information on it, so I'm not going to show it. All right, whatever. It's a bunch of DHL receipts in different languages. We sent out to Turkey. We sent out to what do you call it? We sent out to Nigeria. All right, you know what? Whatever, man. Logistics is a big thing.
Guys, use coupon code TGD121. Make Adam's life easier so he doesn't have to worry about shifting through DHL receipts anymore. All right, guys, TTG121. Use that coupon code. All right, remember, price goes up at midnight tonight. You got about 15 of those laptops left, folks. All right? Yeah, 15 of those laptops left. All right? That's it, guys. I hope you guys learned something from this live stream. You know, these are the things that make all the difference in trading, and these are things that not a lot of people like to talk about. All right? So thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I appreciate you guys all coming on here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button, folks, and turn on those notifications. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow, and I'm going to look to have that bounce back day. Get your butts in chat. I'm a man on a mission tomorrow. Later, guys.